5 key questions to consider when signing a franchising agreement. A franchising agreement is a legally binding contract between a franchisor and franchisee. It describes in legal terms how the franchisor-franchisee relationship functions in terms of rights and obligations. Before signing, it is important to ask 5 key questions. Hi, I'm Felix from Blackstone Solicitors, and in this video, 5 key questions to consider when signing a franchising agreement. I'm going to show you the points you really need to think about. Question 1. How does a franchise agreement work? A franchise agreement is a legal document that outlines the responsibilities and obligations of each party. It should also set out what compensation they can expect to receive if things go wrong. By signing the franchise agreement, the franchisee agrees to manage their own branch of the business in accordance with the specified franchise model and pay ongoing fees and royalties to the franchisor. In return, the franchisor will often provide training and support in areas such as business operations and marketing. Franchise agreements often last for a fixed term of 5 or more years, with the option to extend once it's finished. The longevity of the franchise is in the best interest of both the franchisor and the franchisee, but, on occasion, one party will request the termination of the agreement. Question 2. Is it possible to terminate the agreement before the end of the term? A franchise agreement may be dissolved before the end of the agreed-upon term. While terminating the agreement early may sound extreme, it can be quite counterproductive for franchises to retain franchisees in the business when they are unhappy. If they are not excited about their work and committed to growing the brand, the franchise unit is likely to suffer, which will have a negative effect on the organization as a whole. Question 3. What happens at the end of term of a franchise agreement? If the franchisee reaches the end of their fixed term without having breached any of the terms of the contract, the agreement will terminate. It is at this point that the franchisee can choose to either walk away or renew the contract. If they would like to renew the agreement, franchisees are usually required to give notice of renewal to the franchisor before the first contract expires. Alternatively, the franchisee could renew the agreement by signing a new franchise agreement on the same terms as the existing one. Question 4. Under what circumstances might the agreement be terminated? There are a number of reasons why a franchise agreement may be terminated early, and they can include: if the franchisor is in breach of contract. The franchisors can be seen to be in breach of contract if 1. They don't provide the level of training and ongoing support described in the franchise agreement. 2. They don't take measures to protect the franchisee's business or territory. 3. They commit fraud. 4. They are declared bankrupt. If the franchisee is in breach of contract, the franchise agreement is normally drafted up by the franchisor. Consequently, it is usually weighted in their favor and designed to make sure they have the power to end the agreement if certain obligations are not fulfilled by the franchisee. The franchisor can terminate the agreement if the franchisee is in breach of the contract. This could happen if the franchisee: 1. Doesn't adhere to the franchise's business standards or stipulations. 2. Doesn't have the correct licenses or permits required to trade. 3. Doesn't keep up royalty or marketing payments. 4. Is declared bankrupt. 5. Is convicted of a crime. If any of these situations occur, the franchisor must give the franchisee notice so they have the chance to resolve the issue and prevent termination. If the issue is not resolved, the franchisor can initiate court proceedings to recover any money the franchisee owes them. This could be either in the form of franchise fees or monetary damages. If the franchisee decides to sell their franchise, at some point and for a variety of reasons, the franchisee may decide to sell their franchise rights so they can retire or pursue other interests. Usually, the franchise agreement will outline the franchise resale process and how it should run. However, the franchisor has the right of first refusal to buy the unit at the same price and on the same terms as new franchisees. If a new franchisee is brought into the equation, it is unlikely they will pick up where the previous franchisee left off. Instead, the existing franchise agreement is terminated and a new contract is drawn up. In this case, the previous franchisee will pay a transfer fee while the new franchisee pays the standard franchise fee. Question 5. What is the importance of the franchise agreement? Throughout the franchising period, it is important to refer to the franchise agreement regularly. If you and your solicitor are comfortable with the duties, you will be able to stick to them and have a strong connection with your franchisor, which should set you up for success. While most of your time will be spent reading and thinking about the franchise agreement during the initial phases of the franchise process, you should keep in mind that it is a document designed to ensure the smooth operation of your firm throughout the contract duration. As a result, you should refer to it frequently to refresh your memory about your commitments. Additionally, you can use the agreement to resolve any disagreements that arise or to choose the best method for terminating the franchise agreement if you ever wish to leave. In brief, the agreement serves as a guide for you during your franchising adventure and should be reviewed on a frequent basis. If you need legal help with a franchise agreement, contact us at Blackstone Solicitors Limited. We have offices in Manchester and central London and have clients across the country. If you found this video helpful, like it, share it and tell other people about it. Press the subscribe button below to keep informed about our latest videos. Goodbye and thanks for watching.